It's not quite a whole new video, but a segue. So I wanted to break up the Italy versus the Greece part of this trip, because I go to Italy, then I go to Greece for 3 or 4 days, and then I go back to Italy for about another week. So now we're into the Athens, Greece part of the trip. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I wanted to separate it because I didn't want it to be too long, because y'all ain't gonna watch it if it's more than 10 minutes. I got the data. I know what y'all do and don't do. Don't be lying to me, slime. But yeah, so let's get right back into it. This is the itinerary, things that we did when we got to Athens, Greece. Me and my brother were on this part of the trip, so hope y'all enjoy. Go, 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 go. All right, so after me and my brother went out Wednesday and showed him Catania, he immediately leaves. So we woke up at like 5 a.m. We called an Uber or a taxi to get to the airport because the bus was not open. The Uber was like 40 bucks to get to the airport, but we flew at like 6:45, I want to say, to Athens. It was about, well, we flew to Rome and then to Athens. We got there by like the afternoon or by like 11. The airport from where we stayed was about a 50 to an hour drive. We stayed in Monastiraki Square, which is, I was recommended as a good area to be in. Central, safe, a lot of people speaking English, but a lot of tourist sites are also right there, and you still get all the local stuff. And it was a great recommendation. We had a beautiful Airbnb, ample space, good heat, good electric, came with a bottle of wine. We had roof access, so we went up there, and from the roof you could see the Pantheon and a bunch of other restaurants, and we could see all the people coming and going, so we could know if it was good enough time to leave to go out, because we see the girlies running around, you know what I mean? So we got there that Thursday, and yeah, so we drank the bottle of wine, settled in, and then we went to go get some dinner. We had like a meat platter sampler type of thing with lamb, different beef, steaks, chicken, and then like fried potatoes, mostly like fries. And my brother got a Caesar salad, but he specifically said they did something weird, like they put meat in it or they put extra vegetables in the Caesar salad. He said it was fire, or maybe they put yogurt in it. Either way, he said he liked it, but it was different. But yeah, we just chilled and kind of talked to the waiters. One thing you'll notice is that a lot of the waiters there are grown-ups, whereas we're kind of more used to like kids being the people that wait and do those minimum wage jobs. But there, everybody makes a living wage, so they kind of stay in those jobs all their life and kind of take pride in it. So maybe not all their life, but that's what these people said. They were like, I would like 30 years been working here, so that's that. So we were talking to them and they were like, yeah, you shouldn't really, we don't do a lot of sauces here. It's really all about the freshness and quality of the meat and then just cooking it to the right temperature. After that, you just need salt and pepper. They were like, if someone's giving you sauces, that means that the meat is not actually good. So that's just how they do a little bit cultural thing there. They were like, you eat the meat with your hands and then you use ladies with your hands. I was like, that's what y'all do? I mean, we do that when they say that we could do it. So I felt them. Just a little Greco humor. I tried. But from there, we left that restaurant, went back and got jackets because it was a little chilly at night. I think it was this jacket. And then we went to a nice little bar that was near where we were in the plaza, where a bunch of people were eating. There were a bunch of like hookah spots and the music was starting to pump. This is about 10, 11 o'clock. We got a few drinks at this little bar and we talking to the bartender, and he had just said he had come from Catania. He went and vacationed out there. He was like, it's nice, but there's not a lot to do. You know, it's not a big city, and that was true. So we were like, yo, well, what should we do? Where should we go, homie? And he was like, you should go to this bar up the street called like Los Spookies or something like that, or Los Spookies. So we went there, and it had a nice little vibe, kind of grown and sexy kind of vibe, but not super, super adults. People were put together in there. Girls would go there for their birthday and stuff. And one thing we noticed, they had peanuts at all the tables at these bars in Greece that you could just munch on. So we got a couple drinks there, and a girl from Bumble that I met, she ended up linking with us that night. An artsy girl studying art and ceramics. So you already know she's going to be on hipster stuff. She came up in American cowgirl boots, and they was fire. But we chilled with her at that spot, and she was like, y'all really want to chill here? How y'all like it here? Like, man, we're just here. We don't care. She was like, what kind of music y'all like? We were like, I was like, reggaeton, tu sabes, rap, Afrobeat. She was like, "Oh, that's all the stuff I like to listen to. Let's go to some other spots that are like better, and then we can go to this after-hour spot that's gonna be like an Afrobeat concert, but that don't open till like 2 a.m. It's one of them if you know places. You bang on the door, you gotta go up some stairs and bang on another door, pay somebody, then you can get in. So we went to this other little hole in the wall type of bar with more of that vibe, shot the shit, drinking, going to the little plaza, sitting at the bench tables, talking politics, going back, drinking, chilling, waiting for some razzle dazzle, you know what I mean? And then 2 o'clock or so comes, we go to the after hours spot, the Afrobeat. We stay there for a few hours. We come home, the sun's coming up, and we take it down. After all of that, we were tired. The travel plus the party. Once that adrenaline stopped, you be done. So we didn't wake up till the afternoon for real. We didn't do any tourist stuff that we were supposed to do. We was mad lazy. So we woke up to a bottle of Jack to get activated. We're a bad influence on each other. We drank that bottle, got a little bit of food, chilled for a little bit, got another smaller bottle of Jack, or maybe this time it was a bigger bottle of Jack. So it was my brother's first time in Europe since he had been born there. So we had to give him the experience of going to the discoteca, the big, huge warehouse club. And there was a really highly rated one right by where we were in Monastiraki Square. So we killed that bottle, got dressed, and we walked down about 10 minutes to the discoteca, paid to get in. It was huge warehouse. They definitely had dancers. I don't think they were strippers. They had a bunch of sections. That was the hard part, was getting around the sections. And they weren't like, oh, I could pay you now and go into these sections. I tried it a lot of times. They weren't going for it. But nonetheless, we ended up buying a bottle of 1800 or some tequila because it took like 15 minutes to get a drink going to the line. I was like, I'm not doing this shit all night. We're going to get a bottle and we just going to carry it and we're going to do it. So we ended up doing that, met some Canadian dude. He was rolling with us for the whole time. We went out, got a little twerk session in because, you know, your boy had the, hey, titi me pegon to. They was doing all that. So we did a little something, and then we headed home once again. Sun's coming up. Late night again. So we had like a night and a half left to be in Athens before going back to Italy. So I don't even think we really got out of the bed this day until like 6 p.m. for real. It was late. We had been up, I think, watching like Drink Champs and stuff like that, catching up, talking, drunk assing. So we got another bottle of tequila, a Jack, because there was a corner store right under our apartment. Got another bottle of Jack. We pounded that out, ate some food, and then we were like, well, let's go watch some of the football games, because this was maybe at like 10 o'clock at that point, which means the 4 o'clock games were coming on back in the States. So we went to an Irish pub, got some food, ate, talked to the bartenders, and tried to plot out where we're going to go for our May trip to Europe after we go to the Manchester United Arsenal game. Then we got like 10 more days that we're going to be in Europe, so we're trying to figure out where we want to go. We were talking to the bartenders about that. One of them was from Ireland, and he was talking about that he went to Ibiza. He was recommending that. So we might do Ibiza. Ibiza would be cool. I haven't done it. I would like to go speak some Spanish, and I would love to party. You already know. Yeah, that night, we basically kind of took it easy. We were still out till 1 or 2, but we watched all the football games, just talked, plotted, drank, chilled, met people. There were some French dudes next to us, and France, my favorite soccer team for international football, was playing Greece the next day, and I had initially wanted to stay so that we could go see the qualifier game. They were going. I decided we weren't going to go. And we went back to Italy the next day. So cue the other video that talks about Italy, and that'll talk to you about when I went back to Catania and then when I was in Rome. So my takeaways on Athens, I definitely recommend it. Some people say it's a flyover city. You land there and then you go to Mykonos or the other islands. I would definitely stay there 3 to 4 days, probably a week, because we didn't even do the tourist stuff. But there was a lot of English speakers, a lot of international travelers, a lot of pretty women. And they like brother mans, so you know I would enjoy myself even more. So the party was nice, the food was nice, everything was definitely cheaper there than it was even in Italy, which was also cheaper than the States. So nice place to go. We didn't even do the beaches because it was November, but imagine that part. Really liked Greece. I would definitely go back. I was an anti-Greece person. I thought it was like a too romantical of a place. But Athens don't give you that vibe. It has the glimmers, but it's not like being on the white Santorini. You got to go with a girl for that. Like, I'm not going there with my brother talking about, ooh, what a view. Like, fuck you mean, shorty? Nah. I definitely recommend going. Great place. Check it out. Italy is awesome. Stick with your boy. Like I said, we got Rio coming up. Some Columbus content's coming because now I've been here a year and a half. I feel like I'm an expert enough to give y'all real advice. So, ride with your boy.